Yo, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean: The Last Hope. In the last episode, Edge decided to infiltrate the Cardianon homeworld in order to find out the truth of the mysterious objects and to hopefully meet up with Crow and the missing Aquila, which the Cardianon have surveillance of. Upon arriving at the coordinates, however, the party doesn't find a planet, but rather some kind of space colony / fortress, and before long the Calnus is trapped in a tractor beam and pulled in. What? No squadron? No guards? Not even a messenger to welcome your guests? I'm insulted. Alright, well, since the Cardianon are going to be rude hosts, we'll just waltz right in and have a look around the Cardianon Mothership. Right off the bat, we've got 2 chests here in the dock. And if you're playing along, it's good to know that this is the only time in the game that we're going to be here. So if you miss any items, then they're gone for good. Like these defense seeds over here, which I still want to hang on to for later. But yeah, if you care about collecting all the chests, whether it be for the trophy or just because, then I would double, maybe even triple check my map before going to the next area. Alright, let's see what's in this box over here. Get some big berries, nice. Okay, the door at the other end of the room there is locked, so let's see what's going on over here at this door. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior? Jesus Christ! Looks like the Cardianon are firm believers of shoot first and ask questions later. Alright, we got new enemies. We have Guardbot Commandos and Cardianon Soldiers. And now that Edge is practically immortal, one tactic I like to use is to have him taunt right away, just to get the attention of as many enemies as possible, and then switch to a long-range character like Rainy or even FaZe, so they can just go all out without being attacked by enemies. So Cardianon Soldiers, as you can see, can be frozen. They have no elemental weaknesses, and they can attack you at long range with their guns, or close range with their beam sabers. And they're humanoids, so if you have the Cardianon sword equipped on Edge, you'll get a little bit of extra damage. And the guard bots there are weak to ice and thunder. They also have a beam attack at close range, which can launch you into the air, so watch out for that. Otherwise, they're pretty easy.
I knew they weren't going to play nice with us.
It appears we have no choice. We'll simply have to proceed prepared for battle.
Yeah, looks like they've set their phasers from stun to kill. But of course there's a hot, half-naked spellcaster with huge tits. You've seen this hentai anime before. I'm more partial to the ladies with blue hair myself, but who is that busty beauty? Well, I'm sure she's nobody of consequence. We'll probably never see her again. Alright, in the interest of completing this dungeon sometime before Valkyrie Profile 3 gets announced, I'm going to defeat all of the enemies on this floor off-screen, and then bring you back here in just a moment. So I'll be right back. Okay, took care of all of the enemies on this floor, which were all robots. In addition to the Guardbot Assaulters that we just killed, you can also fight Guardbot Commandos, which are pretty much identical in every way except their color. And here we get some basil. And a level up for Rainy, alright. I did gain a level for everyone while killing all the enemies, and I also filled up my bonus board with blue tiles, but I'm going to wait until the next floor before spending my skill points. At least, I think I killed all the robots. They like to float above you and then dive bomb you to get ambushes. It's really damn annoying. Alright, here at the intersection, let's go south. Wait, what? Well, we'll come back to that door in a minute. Let's go up here instead. But yeah, they can be tricky little bastards. They also have a close range attack that can grab your characters and electrocute them, which will usually leave them stunned, so you gotta be careful of that. And in that box we got a defense breaker. It's a bomb you can use in battle to reduce the enemy's defense by, I believe it's 40%. And it also deals a small amount of damage in a small AoE radius around your target. I believe that's the only way, or one of very few ways, to actually debuff an enemy's physical defense. And in this chest over here we get the Thunder Ring. This is another ring of disintegration like our Flame Ring, and we're going to need that in order to navigate around this place. Alright, how we doing? 2 more chests on this side. Oh yeah, the guard bots can also drop silver. It's a common drop, so you might get lucky. I wasn't lucky. And here we get Fortitude Potions. And a level up for Phase. Oh, it's the guard bot commandos that drop the silvers, not the assaulters. They both drop some bombs and crafting items for engineering, and if you're really lucky, you can get some electromagnetic bombs. I would definitely hang on to those. I would also definitely like to hold on to these blackberries. Game? There we go. Alright, moving on. Oh yeah, quick shout out to the legendary Zoltan, who was kind enough to let me know that the ology skills for our characters... Where is it? Skill boost. There we go, anthropology and so on like that. They increase the drop rates by 0.5% per level for what I assume is a maximum of a 5% increase at level 10. I never knew the exact percentages, so thanks for that. And if I'm understanding this correctly, apparently the Japanese strategy guide has more in-depth details printed in it, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder what other useful information is in there that wasn't made available to us here in the West. I do have a few questions, like, for example, how are we going to get through this door? Well, if you come over here with the Thunder Ring, we can fry the circuit board. And if you examine it, you can charge up the ring for free. Alright. And now we can move on to the next area. Yeah, I gotta watch out for those guys. They kind of sound like the cars in the Jetsons when they float by. Yeah, like I was saying, with the elemental resists, so I don't know the exact formula. Yeah, we'll show this off, why not? Because the maximum rank is 20, right? And when you get to rank 20, or when you have 20 points in a resist, it reduces the elemental damage by 100%. Just completely nullifies it, and your characters are allowed to keep doing what they're doing without getting interrupted. So the way my brain always interpreted that is you have the 100% damage reduction divided by 20 points, and you get 5. So each point is either a 5% increase or decrease to elemental damage. Makes sense. But again, I don't have any concrete info. And here we get Taunt. Save that for later. Maybe one of you guys know, or maybe it's in this book. And here we get a Wisdom Bracelet. That increases your intelligence by 4%. And we may as well give it to Phase. It's a small increase. Better than nothing. Okay, now let's go to the next floor. And just like before, I'm going to kill all the enemies off screen and meet you back here in just a minute. Alright, we're back, and I killed all the enemies on this floor, which were just more guard bots. Don't worry, we'll fight new enemies on the next floor. And while doing that, gained another level for everyone, so let's go ahead and spend my skill points. Still want to prioritize chain combos for everyone first. And for Phase, still want to level up Ice Needles. Ooh, almost maxed out. And for Limmel, may as well do Parapsychology. Also, for Edge, he learned a new special attack, Aura Spark. So yeah, I'll show that off. Why not? It's a long-ranged shockwave attack, and it looks pretty funny when you spam it. It's about as close as you're going to get to spamming Air Slash in Star Ocean 2 with Dias. It's pretty good though. You can also get a battle trophy for killing 100 enemies using Aura Spark. But alright, let's go collect our loot. I like how they brought back the music from the Cardianon Mothership, or Celestial Ship, rather. Here we get a monster jewel. It's a nice touch. And I hope you like this music because we're going to be hearing it for a while. This is a long dungeon. Very long. Alrighty, so let's just sit back, enjoy the music, get comfy, and get some money. Alrighty, let's go down here. And we're going to go straight across first. We'll check out that big room in just a minute. And here we get skill manual auto healing. That's basically auto regen, and it's pretty good. I like to give it to Edge for right now, especially with his huge HP pool. But do we have enough CP? Yes, we do. Alright. I'll put points into that eventually. Alright, in this box, we get chain combos. Gonna hang on to that for later as well. You should have two if you've been playing along, and we're gonna put one to use very soon. Oh, right, I almost forgot. While clearing out all the enemies, I also managed to get some EM bombs. They deal 2,500 damage, and they are really good. Definitely save those for later. They're really good for killing phantoms, if you know what I mean. Okay, now let's double back a little bit and check out this big room. Alrighty, come over here to this console. We can get some spaceship data. Game. There we go, for the Cardianon Mothership. This one is really easy to miss. Yeah, this place is pretty advanced, isn't it? Kinda has a biomechanical vibe to it. Alright, let's check that out for those of you that are interested in that. Cardianon Mothership. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, if you look at the spaceship data for the Celestial Ship, it mentions something about how the ship is started to be taken over by a fire ring that we need to open the sealed chest. No, but that some kind of unknown life form started to merge and take over the ship. And you might have noticed some organic-looking substances growing on the walls and doors. And they don't really directly tell you that, but it's pretty cool. And it carries over to here, like I said. Kind of has a biomechanical look to it. And they look way advanced. I mean, just look at this computer. Holy crap. Imagine playing games on that. What do you mean? It looks fine to me. Oh yeah, that is true. Balls. Hey, alright, we'll take that. Surely this passcode is 69420. Alright, after that little scene, we can go to the northwest, or the northeast rather. Let's go to the northwest first. Grab these two chests over here. But yeah, I wonder why we've only run into security bots. Whoa, speaking of which. You know what, let's show off Aura Spark. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Won't be saying that about Edge for too much longer. Whoa. Now I know how the enemies in Final Fantasy XIII feel. Oh, gotta watch your MP spamming skills like that. Yeah, at this point in the game, Aura Spark is a little expensive. Yeah, like I was saying, for the most part, Edge's special skills, they're okay. They're decent at best. Out of all the main characters in the Star Ocean series, I would say he is probably the weakest out of all of them. He doesn't get good moves like Dragon Roar or Air Raid or anything like that, but we do get a Thunder Armlet. That increases your Thunder Resist by 6, and it also has a 20% chance to nullify Thunder damage. I never use it. And we also got a Compact Freezing Bomb. It deals 90 damage to your target and all enemies nearby your target in a small radius, and it has a small chance of freezing the enemy. That could be useful, although I never go out of my way to use them. In fact, that's the case with most battle items, unfortunately. Yeah, some of them are good, but most of them, eh. Alright, we got some Cardianon soldiers again, we got Dragon Newts. They're the same as before, but this is not. We got a little vending machine here, randomly. You can use it to stock up on some healing items or some bombs if you want to. You can also get some crafting materials, but I think we're okay for now. Okay, let's go to the left first.
What is this? A morgue?
Don't say things like that.
Edge, these Cardianon are in cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
I can't begin to imagine why, but most of the Cardianon must be in stasis here.
Well, I guess that's why we haven't seen very many of them, huh?
It's so cold in here. Oh, when you're cold, the best thing to do is get moving, Kay. Oh, ouchie, ouch. It's mean to trip people, Kay.
What happened, honey? What?
This is one of those lizard men we fought on Lemuris.
Did they mutate inside their capsules? Or did they mutate after they got out? Is this the same thing we saw happening on Lemuris? What the?
Whatever it is, it's coming this way.
Let's take a different corridor. We don't need any trouble we can avoid.
Come on, Lim.
Kay, let's go.
I like how she's all nonchalant. Okay, let's go. Yeah, what is this cryostasis room anyway? They creating genome soldiers? No, that's another game. And in this box over here, we get some silver. Awesome. Okay, let's head to the right first. It sounded like someone was fighting down that hallway. Maybe that's why the Cardianon are being all defensive and ignoring us. Well, let's just destroy the temperature controller. What's the worst that could happen? Well, shit. A little bit of lag there. And here we get some more crafting devices. We'll be using those eventually. We don't have a character that can create bombs and things. Whoa! But we got new enemies here. Lizard warriors and lizard shamans. They're basically just color swaps of the lizard men on Lemuris. Same tactics apply. Ice needles, blindside, switching to Raimi, things like that. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and taunt. Let's get focus. Well, no, don't taunt with Raimi. Let's get focus going on her for more crits. Focus also increases, or not focus, speaking of crits, her critical hit skill, rather, also increases critical damage, which is pretty nice. We'll be spending her points on that as soon as we're done with chain combos. Oh, that would have been a battle trophy if I didn't already have it. Yeah, Sonic Thorn's pretty good with the AoE, and look at those crits. Yeah, this is just the beginning of what Raimi's going to be doing for pretty much the remainder of the game.
It's not like I was holding back, but is this all they... Now that's what I'm talking about!
Yeah, that was a lot of experience.
Maybe now I can be of some help to everyone.
Ooh, we learned Crimson Squall. Yeah, one of my favorite abilities with Raimi. Speaking of what Raimi's going to be doing for the entire game, let's equip that on her right away. Sonic Thorn, you've been replaced. So Crimson Squall is really good for single target, but you still want to hang on to Sonic Thorn for AoE damage. And yeah, we can show that off real quick. Why not? Alright, let's dash cancel out of that. Let's get taunt going on Edge so they leave Raimi alone. And this is Crimson Squall. It's multiple times in a line, and you can just sit back and chain it for massive damage. Really good. And it looks cool. But, as I mentioned in a previous episode, it does drain her MP. That's why I gave her the power armlet earlier. Alright, got him.
The next fight won't be this easy, will it?
No, it'll be easier, don't worry.
Experience indeed.
Especially if we keep gaining levels. Okay, now that we've destroyed the panel, we can come back to this corpse over here and examine it. If you tried to do this earlier, it would have been too cold and you couldn't get the ID card. And once you have the ID card, we can come back up north here. And now we'll go to the right. If you try to come here first, well, you couldn't do anything because you need the ID card. Well, we'll just fry that and help ourselves to whatever's behind this door. I like how you have to use the rings like that to get through dungeons. It's a nice touch. We entering the Matrix?
Seem to be an even more vicious species than I thought. They've been forcefully taking over planets with undeveloped civilizations, one by one. It seems the invasion of Lemuris was only a small part of their plans.
Phase!
I'm sorry, Limmel. That was insensitive of me.
It's fine. I understand, Kay.
In any case, we can hardly leave the Cardianon alone now, can we? We know what we have to do. I couldn't live with myself if we let something like the tragedy on Lemuris happen again.
Well, before we can do anything, we need more information. How's it looking, Face?
Yes. Let's see if there's anything else.
Wait! Stop it right there.
Oh, okay.
Edge, isn't that...
Yeah, it looks like the source of the disease on Lemuris. Phase, pull up detailed data on this thing.
I'm afraid I can't. The data's protected too heavily to break into. I can read the file name, the Epiphanies of Guidance, but that's all I can access.
The Epiphanies of Guidance? That doesn't tell us anything at all.
However, there seems to be something important inside this central isolation chamber, though I can't get any details.
Do you think?
There might be another one of those objects there.
All right, let's head for that isolation chamber.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it. Let's eradicate any Cardianon along the way. Screw those assholes. Well, except these guys. We're kind of low on time. They can live. For now. So, once we see that cutscene... Oh, by the way, all the enemies respawn. That's why I didn't go that way first and cleared them all out, because, whoa, we'd have to do it again. Oh, we're surrounded. Get him, Red 13. Auto healing is so good.
I must say, that wasn't really challenging.
Okay, looks like we got a save point up ahead and some items to the south. So we're gonna grab those and then probably call it quits. Man, there's a lot of enemies here. Next room. Yeah, unfortunately this is the pattern for most of the dungeons in this game. They're long, a lot of enemies, but at least the music is pretty good, the combat is fun, so it's not too bad. Though I will say, I hated this dungeon my first time playing the game. You know what? Okay, never mind. Oh, you're casting. Raimi does have battle trophies for interrupting enemy casts as well, but there's a better place to get those in my opinion. And we're really going through MP now. Get out of here. Aura Spark also knocks the enemy down. That could be useful. More of a fan of launchers and jugglers myself. And Limo learns silence. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, we're gonna turn that off right away. Okay. Here we get a laser oscillator, that's a crafting material. And here we get little vending machine number 1. We could actually put this on the Calnus and buy some items from it, which is pretty cool. I like that. Alright, but can we make it to the isolation chamber? And what has the Cardianon on such high alert that they're not even paying attention to us? Find out next time. As always guys, my name is Kai. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.